Hey guys, and welcome in to a quick look at E3. I watched every conference apart from the Nintendo one, and Konami didn't even bother showing up apparently. So that was EA, Ubisoft, Microsoft, and Sony. I watched all of them. Stayed up quite late last night to be able to get you guys the most information and to get myself the information because I wanted to know what was coming out and what was going on. So I wanted to just kind of read off a couple of the games and tell you which I found most interesting. Also, in the background is some Battlefield gameplay, which is probably the most epic tunnel kind of scene I've ever had. It's awesome. Basically, we're pushing up against all these enemies, and it's just awesome. And one of the most fun experiences I've had on this game for quite a while. So yeah, RPGs are included. What we have now, Microsoft was first, and they started out. They had a really good run, I think. Actually, their conference was really good. They started the whole thing off with. Hang on, let me just find it because I have it all on here. Yeah, they started off with Call of Duty. Okay, it's Call of Duty, and it's very similar to Titanfall. Now who's copying? Now who's copying Call of Duty? And then they showed off Forza Horizon. Not really games I'm particularly interested in. I have. You know, Forza is a great series. It's just they're not my cup of tea, to be honest. Evolve wasn't really that important to me. I've not really been that enthralled in that game. I've been that kind of impressed with it, to be honest. The Left 4 Dead games I was never really into either. Then they showed off cooperative in 4-player cooperative in Assassin's Creed Unity, which is set in France, revolutionary France, and it does look freaking awesome. And I like that the actual target they are going after in this gameplay actually reacts to all 4 of the real people, which I found really... It's a small detail, but it makes it a lot more realistic. They showed other games. Sunset Overdrive was shown. The trailer they showed before it, to be honest, was more colourful than the gameplay they actually showed. It's kind of washed out compared to the trailers and the CGI stuff they're showing. Although I suppose that's kind of understandable, but it looks interesting. It reminds me a lot of Tony Hawk's Underground. Fable Legends was shown. Yeah, I'm not too big on this. I'm not a hugest fan of Fable, and this game didn't really interest me that much. What I would say is that it looks like a MOBA. There's a bit where you can play as a villain, like putting down kind of traps for the heroes, and you play as set characters as well. You don't create your own. I don't know. It just felt a bit off for me. Yes, Project Spark also. They showed that, and in that they had Conker from that Bad Fur Day, whoever that game was, years ago. And he was like, yes, you haven't seen me in a game for 10 years, and it's not even his own game. It's just added bonus thing in Project Spark, so that kind of annoyed a lot of people, understandably. And for the people out there who love Master Chief and Halo, then you're going to be able to get the Halo Master Chief Collection, which is going to include 1, 2, 3, and 4. They completely forgot about ODST and Reach. I don't understand why, but you're getting over 100 multiplayer maps. Something ridiculous like that. Yes, 100 multiplayer maps, which is ridiculous. And also a beta to Halo 5. So, look forward to that. And the only other game that really interested me there was, they showed a bit of Tomb Raider, which, yeah, there's a new one coming out, rebooting the reboot, or continuing the series from the reboot. The only one that actually really interests me was, here it is. It's called Inside, and it's kind of like a 2D, 2.5D puzzle platformer, and it's very kind of like Limbo, but it has a really nice art style to it. It's colourful. It's not dark and silhouetted like Limbo was. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. It had a pretty good show, and I'm okay with all the stuff they showed off. E3, no, not E3. Ubisoft. Not too much. Far Cry was a big thing. Far Cry was shown mainly just cutscene, not actually any gameplay. That came later in the Sony press conference. It looks nice. It does look nice. The Division, the trailer was heart-wrenchingly sad. I recommend you guys checking out the E3 trailer for The Division, because, yeah, it made me almost cry. It was, it's one of those trailers you watch. It kind of reminds you of the Dead Island one. The crew was shown. Of course, that's being made by Reflections, and I love Reflections. You know, they were the ones that came up with Driver, so that's pretty awesome in itself. And I actually got in contact with them after the show, and said, you know, good job on the conference. And they actually responded to me and said thank you, and then I sent them a message saying, you know, make sure to have Driver at the next E3, and they favorited it. So what does that mean? Do they know something I don't? Of course they probably know something I don't. They showed more Assassin's Creed. They showed a fitness game called Shape Up, which actually looks quite fun. And I think the two best out of the whole show for them, Valiant Hearts, which is a World War I side-scrolling cartoon-styled action adventure. I'm guessing they didn't really show much on it in terms of the gameplay. It looks beautiful. It looks like Rayman Legends of Child of Light, and it looks stunning. I recommend checking out the E3 trailer because you will cry. It's one of those games that punches you emotionally, but it's so powerful, and it's 100 years now from, you know, the First World War, so it makes sense. Rainbow Six also got its final reveal, finally, with Rainbow Six Siege, or The Siege, and it looks amazing. The destructibility was mind-blowing. It was on the levels of Red Faction, just blowing holes through the house they were trying to save this hostage in. Amazing. Look up the trailer, you will not be disappointed. Some people are complaining about the graphics, and I can't see any reason why. It looks really nice. So yeah, that was Ubisoft. Well done to them. That was freaking awesome. And the last one was Sony, and of course Sony, you know, they kicked ass this year. They kicked ass. They came out with new games called Bloodborne, straight from the mind of Dark Souls developer. Little Big Planet 3 got an official announcement. Dead Island 2 got an official announcement. Magicka 2, which is one of my favourite kind of... I don't like kind of dungeon crawling kind of roguelike games, but that game is awesome. Magicka 1, fantastic on PC and on... I don't even know, it was on consoles. I know it was on PC, so I definitely recommend checking it out on Steam. Grand Theft Auto effing 5 got its announcement, coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. Also, Uncharted A Thief's End, that's the new title they're actually giving this game, looks amazing. So yeah, Uncharted 4, great. Far Cry 4 got some more gameplay, and you know, there's some other stuff, but Mortal Kombat got gameplay. I recommend you all checking out the conferences on YouTube. You will not be disappointed, and I'm so excited for the future of gaming. Also, if you're looking to get Destiny, then you'll be able to get a white PS4 on September 9th. So anyway, thanks for watching, but until next time, that's me, out.